listening to the Tech Tools for Teachers podcast, where each week we talk about a free piece or two of technology that you can use in your classroom. I'm your host, Shanna Martin. I'm a middle school teacher, technology and instructional coach for my district.
And I'm her producer and husband, Fuzz Martin, and how we've done 232 episodes boggles my mind.
Nice.
Thanks. Hey,
Good
welcome
job.
back. It's been a while.
It's been a while. There's just a lot going on.
A lot of life happening around here.
There's just sporting events and kid activities and holidays and breaks.
Work.
And there's just a lot.
School.
Yeah.
Which is work for those of you listening.
Correct.
But for me, it's school for you guys.
Yes.
What?
So just so many things. So we're at episode 232, and we kind of mentioned back
probably episode 231, which was like 4 weeks ago.
Ish. Sorry about that. But like our last episode will be 235 officially at the end of the school year, because we love chatting with everybody and sharing ideas, and we've
been doing it since 2018, and we're gonna do some other stuff for a while. We might come back. We don't know.
But we might do another podcast.
We'll
see. So it'll be fun. But yes, so we are rounding out. We're in this last stretch here for school, and here in Wisconsin, we just finished state testing, and I keep checking the calendar. I'm like, holy cow, I have so much to teach, and we have 6 weeks left, and I don't know how I'm going to get it all taught, but it's going to happen, and these kids are going to learn, and it's going to be great. So that's just fun and excitement at the end of the school year.
Agreed.
For episode 232, we are talking about Boddle, which is the latest and greatest, is all I can say. Many teachers I know, elementary teachers, it's set up for K6 students. It is a great, very engaging practice site, and it's called Boddle, Boddle. And we'll kind of get into it, but it's super engaging. It offers ELA math and science practice. It's great for supplementing at school for engaging students if they're finishing early, or if you want to supplement where they're struggling with a certain concept and you can assign it as a teacher. It's really helpful because parents can do it. Kids can choose to work at home. So it's great to set kids up now so they can have something to practice over the summer and keep them engaged in practicing their math throughout the summer, which is really great and helpful. And it is a great option for students to practice skills that also include science, which I appreciate, because oftentimes it's just ELA or math practice, but there's science concepts in there too. And then, it is for K6 students, but any student could engage in it. If you have students that are struggling, or if you have students that want a little extra practice, some of those middle schoolers could definitely play along with it as well. So Boddle, Boddle, it's boddlelearning.com.
Okay.
So BODDLELEARNING.com. And it is standards aligned, and the content is super engaging. Our fifth grader at home has been playing. And when I told her we were talking about it today, she was like, can I be on the podcast? And I'm like, no. But she was very excited because she wanted to talk about it because she's really engaged in it as well. And as I was talking about it and talking with her about it, actually, she's like, this is how you set it up, and you can earn pets and you can do all of these things.
That's cool.
So I'm on the teacher side of it. We're assigning math and assigning putting everything in and set up, as a teacher. So when you create the teacher account, it will be an lms.boddlelearning.com. If students are playing it, it's playboddlelearning.com. And so teacher accounts are really easy to set up. It will connect with your Google Classrooms if you choose to, but you don't have to connect it with Google Classrooms. If you don't want to, you can just add your student list in there. And what I appreciate about the teacher dashboard is that when you go into your classroom, so you can create your classroom however you choose to. You could do this, maybe not for a full set of class students. Maybe you just want to set it up for a group of students that need additional practice. You can set it up that way. So you can pick and choose how you want to assign things to your students and how you want to set up their assignments with making sure there's rigor in there and that there's targeted and all that kind of stuff. So when you go into the teacher dashboard, on the left-hand side, it's got everything loaded in for you. So you have your classroom where your students are located. I appreciate, because if you go under students and you're trying to have them figure out their logins, because as a teacher, I can't tell you how often I create like accounts for kids. Like, I forgot my login. I don't know my password. And then they have to go back and figure it out. They have different options, like how to get your student logins if they're not home, like if they're not at school and they're doing something at home. Like, there's little options to help, and there's little cards to print off for your students so like they can have their own login and password and save all of us the time when they lose it. So I appreciate that as a teacher. Like, there is help for student logins, and it's right there under the students. You have all your students listed. You can change their grade level. So if you have students working at different levels, you can actually go in and change what they should be working at, which I appreciate too. So everything can be differentiated for your students. There's a spot then to add assignments in there. It will give you the list of your subject area and then all of the different like content areas. So you can pick and choose what lessons you're assigning to students or what content you want them to practice in math and ELA and in science. And then you choose your grade level. So kindergarten through sixth grade. Again, you have all of those options and it will show you. So I can assign a math assignment and I can assign ELA, and they keep them separate. So they're all not mixed together. So math assignment's in one spot, ELA is one spot, which is really nice. It gives these beautiful little reports so you can see what is going on with your students, what levels they're working at, what like number systems, geometry, like the different content that they're covering and how they've done that, how much usage they've had. And it tracks their learning gaps, which I really appreciate. So we can see if like students are really struggling in an area, because then you could go back in and help them, which I appreciate. You can see all of that in one spot as a teacher, so you can kind of navigate through your students. And then also there's a live feed. So when kids are saying, I'm working on it, I did it for 20 minutes. And you're like, yeah, but no, you didn't.
Yes, but also I see what you did.
So in the live feed, it'll show you who's online actively and then who's offline. And then it will show you like what curriculum they're working on, what their performance in their current session they're in, and how long their current session has been going on.
Nice.
So you can track all of that in the teacher section, which I really appreciate. Now, the fun part is the student section. So they can create these little pets. They get to make their little bottle guy. They get to pick their colors and all that kind of stuff. And it's cartoony and super engaging. So it looks like you've got little cutesy cartoons and like you have
it's got like a Pokemon feel to it.
It does. And so it walks everything through. So the audio, all of the text has audio to it as well. So students will need their headphones for your sanity in their classroom or at home. But it's nice because it's read to them. So even if you have students that are maybe ML students, or if you have struggling readers or they're younger readers, they also have it read to them so they get the audio, which I always appreciate that they can do that. And then basically you have your challenges. You have your student learning adventure. So you click on it and like we start off in the green grove. And then as you master your tasks, you have your little battles and you get to go through it. Part of that's kind of similar to Prodigy. I talked about Prodigy back in episode like 156, I think, which is math. And people have been doing Prodigy for a while. Another interactive, like math and ELA focused practice activity games. This Boddle is like a different version and set up differently, but same kind of feel. So you have your little guy and you're going to solve your little problems and then you're going to figure out the little puzzles. And then once you do all of that, like you're able to get things and get more pets and upgrade and all that kind of stuff.
Sure.
And it's, again, brightly colored, very cartoony, super engaging, and it's like cutesy. They all have like big eyes and like they're cutesy. I don't know. So you have that going on.
Anime-ish. Yeah.
Yeah. And you get your little battles and then you do some math and you get some more battles and you do more math and you work your way through the different like tasks as you're playing. So it's very cool. So the kids are really engaged with it. It's a super fun way to get them practicing their math and their ELA and science. It's very easy to assign as a teacher. And also when kids go in, they can click if they're working at school or they can work at home. So they do have like both setups as kids are going into practice. So they can acknowledge, yes, I'm in school time or yes, I'm at home.
Sure.
And so it'll track them for that as well. So there's lots of cute things. It's definitely worth engaging and it's worth trying out with your students now. So that way, even if you choose not to use it in your classroom, they might want to practice over the summer. And that would be a great way to have them engage and like learn about have a gaming activity to do over the summer,
right,
that they can practice these skills, even if you don't do it in your classroom.
Sure.
So it's very fun and very cute. And it is Boddle Learning.
Boddle Learning. Boddle.
Correct.
Not bottle.
Right.
That's a different kind of learning.
Correct. So Boddle, Boddle. There you go. Because that one's pretty cute and it's fun. And it's, again, if our 5th grader could be in here, she would be telling us all about it as well.
Giving us a
full tutorial.
Yes.
So
wonderful.
So there's that. So check it out, Boddle. It'll be super fun and engaging. And we love that. So there you have it. Episode 232.
Mm-hmm.
We are gonna survive the end of April, getting into May.
And
May the 4th be with you.
And may the 4th be with you. Yes.
So thanks for tuning in. This has been the Tech Tools for Teachers podcast. If you ever have any questions, you can find me on Blue Sky, Threads, Facebook, Instagram @SmartandWI. And if you want to get more information and the links to the technology discussed in this episode, you can visit smartandwi.com. If you'd like to support the show, please consider buying me a coffee or two. Visit buymeacoffee.com/smartandwi or visit smartandwi.com and click on that cute little purple coffee cup. Your donations help keep the show going. New episodes almost each week. Thanks for listening. Go educate and innovate.
The ideas and opinions expressed on this podcast and the Smart NWI website are those of the author Shanna Martin and not of her employer. Prior to using any of the technologies discussed on this podcast, please consult with your employer regulations. This podcast offers no guarantee that these tools will work for you as we've described, but we hope they do. That's why we do this show. And we'll talk to you the next time we talk to you right here on the Tech Tools for Teachers podcast.